time.
Thank you for finding the time to come down today. Just a little background into Kenny's Kids. Kenny's Kids is a 501c3 charity formed to help kids in our community stay occupied. Now more than ever, kids face struggles that we believe can be lessened with productive avenues rather than blocks of idle time. I returned home to Binghamton in 1991 and in 1995 became a business owner on the west side. In the course of my daily business dealings, I met a lot of people, students, parents, moms, and dads. There's one family in particular that sticks out to me, the Best family. Arlene was the first friend I made on my first day of work. Arlene was and is a hardworking single mom whose beautiful children's smile could light up a room. Over the next couple of decades, I watched her children change. They became typically rambunctious kids, troubled young adults, and many have gotten themselves into much worse trouble. Kenny's Kids is a charity that I formed in honor of an amazing friend, Ken Baker, a graduate student and adjunct professor at Elmira College, whose life was tragically cut short 6 years ago in an accident in New York City. Kenny was the kind of guy that saw awesomeness in his surroundings. I remember having a conversation with Kenny once about the struggles kids faced in today's society, and Kenny said to me, so matter-of-factly, "Ed, you should focus on what you can do for these kids rather than fixating on what you can't." In Ken's honor, that's exactly what we're doing. We have our first event, a flea market, this Sunday in conjunction with Porch Fest. Porch Fest is an amazing event created by Chris Bernardchek, made possible by hundreds of musicians who donate their amazing talents, bringing a sense of community to the west side every summer. The Flea Fest will be located on the east side of the Belmar Pub and Grill. We have tables available. For a $20 tax-deductible donation, you'll secure a table, and it's a great opportunity to turn stuff you've been moving around in your house for the past 10 years into some spending money. There will be food, music, local vendors, and most importantly, every single penny earned will go directly towards providing scholarships for kids to the Binghamton Boys and Girls Club. Mary Beth Smith and the fine staff at the club have been providing a safe and productive atmosphere where kids can be kids with other kids without negative influences that are far too common in some of the neighborhoods in our community. This particular cause means a lot to me. I was one of these kids. I was on the wrong path and found a more productive avenue, guiding me into a more productive future. When we see a broken down building in our community, we commit time and energy to rehabilitating it. When we see a problem with our homes, we fix them. It's time for the community to invest in our most precious natural resource, our children. Kenny's Kids is now an avenue to do that. We plan on improving our community one child at a time. Thank you for coming down.
So Mary, we've just heard about the Kenny Kids program. It's very exciting, and it looks like it's going to be able to do a lot for the kids.
Yes.
Do you have any comment about it?
Oh my God, we are delighted. Whenever somebody from the community comes into our club and wants to help us help these kids, we are just, we are so excited and so happy to be a part of it. And what all of them are doing is just beautiful, and it's just going to help the kids. And we have so many kids here at the Boys and Girls Club, and it is hard for them to come up with the membership fee that we charge. And for them to help us with that is going to be wonderful. And it's going to bring more kids into the Boys and Girls Club, kids who need to be here, because we do so many wonderful things for them. And what they're doing is just going to help us do a little bit more for a few more children.
Okay. Let me ask you, what is the membership fee, and is it possible for people to donate, and does that offset the membership fee?
Yeah, absolutely. Membership is $65 for the entire year, and that $65 brings the children in every single day, and there's no extra charges except for the summer program. So the $65 again gets them membership here, all the activities, dinner every night, and all the activities, all the field trips we do. And if anybody is interested, we have so many children who come to us who can't, families still, that $65 is a little bit hard for them to be able to pay the membership with. So if people are interested, it's always a blessing to get people to help these children become a member of the Boys and Girls Club. But I will say too, no matter what, we never turn a child away. If they come to us and they can't pay that $65, we don't turn them away. So when we do get donations like this, it truly does help us.
Where would people go to make a donation?
They can come right into the Boys and Girls Club, come to the business office, ask for Mary Beth, or If I'm not here, there's other people, administration, who can help. They can call the Boys and Girls Club, however they'd like to contact us. We're here, and we will talk to them about it. We'll show them around. We'll talk to them more about what we do here. So, yeah.
And just one final question.
Sure.
Obviously, the new school year is starting.
Yeah.
Does that change the programs? Your hours are still open? Are kids still available to come in?
It does change the hours. Right now for the summer, we're open 7:30 to 4:30 every day. School starts, we open at 3, right when the children get out of school. And we're here till 7 o'clock or a little bit later for some of the older kids. So a little bit of change of hours from the summer to the school year.
Okay. All right. I thank you for that. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
Just again, thank you. Thank you for what Ed and this group is doing. And thank you especially for thinking of the Boys and Girls.
You were just speaking about the Kenny Kids initiative here at the Boys and Girls Club in Binghamton, New York. And we'd like to ask, so what motivated you to create the Kenny Kids?
Tragedy. A friend of mine, Ken Baker, who was one of the greatest guys I knew, was tragically killed in a car accident in New York City. And I wanted to do something to honor my friend, and this is what we came up with. Ken was one of those guys that could take a bad situation and fix it. And I vividly remembered having a conversation with Ken where we were talking about the troubles that face kids these days. And Ken so matter-of-factly said to me, Ed, why don't you stop worrying about things you can't change and start working on things you can? So we decided to do this in Ken's honor. Ken's been gone about 6 years now, and it's taken us a while to get on our feet and running, but it looks like we're at it.
You've had a couple of fundraisers online and social media to try and raise funds. Has that been successful?
Yes, it has. We've raised enough money for 20 scholarships for children here at the Binghamton Boys and Girls Club, and we're hoping to get enough for 30 more over the next few days. We have a charity this Sunday called Flea Fest. It's part of Porch Fest, a yearly tradition on the west side of Binghamton. We'll have tables for rent where you can turn treasures from your basement into cash for your wallet. It's a $20 donation to rent a table. There'll be bands, there'll be music, there'll be food. It'll be a fun time for everyone.
Is there, going forward, what do you hope that Kenny's Kids will be able to do, both for the boys and girls here at the Boys and Girls Club and overall?
Well, we hope to supplement things that already exist. There are different leagues. The Boys and Girls Club does a great job with providing, activities for kids. We just wanted to broaden it, and by helping the Boys and Girls Club lessen their debt and their bills, we're hoping they can invest more in our children. People walk by broken down buildings in this town and they complain and they yell and scream, and the buildings get fixed. Our children need the same kind of care. They are our future, and right now we need to focus more on making sure that our future stays bright, because it's a tough time to be a kid, or so I assume. But we're just trying to take the edge off the existing clubs and leagues, and hopefully provide something fun for kids to do.
When people are looking to get involved, if they're looking to make a donation, where would they do that? How would they do that?
We have a 501c3, so we're in a lot of places. If you go to Kenny's Kids Facebook, it's a picture of Ken Baker. There's actually 2 Kenny's Kids. I'm not sure. We're the one located in Binghamton, obviously. But there's a button through Facebook that you can donate. Facebook doesn't take a cut. It does take 5 or 6 weeks to get to us, but we get every penny of it. There's also a page on Kenny's Kids 607.com. That's our website, and that's how we do it. That's a little quicker. It's a PayPal donation where we get it immediately. We're not in a hurry to get the money. We're just trying to do what we can do to help the kids.
Is there anything else that, as a business owner here trying to help out the kids in the region, is there anything else that you want to share with people, or any other thoughts about this?
I think that it's important for people in this community to reinvest in the community. We do a great job with fixing, the city fixes the infrastructure, the property owners fix the property, but we all need to make a concerted effort to fix the kids, to help the kids, There are problems with society that didn't exist when I was a kid, or they did at a much lesser extent. These problems in one fell swoop can turn a kid from a straight A student and a great athlete into much worse. It's not like the drugs were when we were kids or the drugs were 20 years ago. The drugs that are on the streets now can kill you the first time you try them. Kids that are actively playing sports and actively in clubs and actively spending their time are much less likely to fall victim to the problems that are today's society.
Anything else you want to add?
No, thank you for coming out. I appreciate it. And thanks for all the help with the charity.
Thank you.